Okay, welcome everybody. Round 6 of ARL, and we're around a track that probably isn't really done in league racing too much anymore. Around France. It's been a little while since I think I've actually seen a race around France, so let's just see how much we're going to go. I've not actually seen it done F123 at all, if I'm correct there. Um, but yeah, it's going to have to wait for everyone to ready up here. It's got a couple people we're waiting on, but yeah, other than that, got a couple of different faces here. I think we've got about four, I want to say three, four new reserves, I want to say. So, let me just have a quick check if you can all hear me as well. Perfect. Good. Okay. So, France in this game, I don't really know. I don't really know what is going to happen because, yeah, last time I saw it was about midway through F122 and just never really saw it again. So, I think it's an alright track, especially for league racing, but I think with this new handling model, could maybe go for a bit of better racing, let's hope, because as we know from our previous couple of races, we know there is a certain Ferrari that streaks up into the lead and wins by about 20 seconds. So, um, I think for everyone's sake, I mean, besides them, besides Sayara's, we're going to hope to not see that. Maybe by 10 seconds, hopefully. Some 5 seconds, maybe not win at all. But, yeah, I mean, I know a couple of these guys are quite rapid. I mean, we got Rick. Some of you might, I feel like a couple of you maybe might know him, but no, I think he's quite good in this game. Yeah, at the moment we've got no rain, which is good. I think it's kind of rare to have rain in France, but at least around Paul Ricard. But I think it's still possible. So don't know if it's going to rain in the race at all, but yeah. Here we go. We got two Red Bulls. We've got two Mercedes. We've got two of quite a few teams, but then it kind of gets spreads out quite a lot over some others. I mean, what we got two Red Bulls, two Williams, no, two Mercedes, sorry, two McLarens, two Ferraris, two Hasses, but then we got a lone Alfa Tauri, lone Williams, and a lone Alfa Romeo, which is actually quite crucial for the constructors because Alpine aren't here at all in P2, and Alfa Romeo, even though with a bit of a large gap here, they are still stuck in P1, but have only one driver at the moment, and Ferrari have two. And at the moment, they're probably going to jump Alpine as long as they get about 20 points in this race, which will probably be very easy for them to do, I think, with this many people racing and for the pace of this man right here, with this driver going out on the medium tyres. I don't know if this is a third dominance at all or anything, but we're going to have to see. But yeah, at the moment, actually, France looks very nice in this game. I'm going to get a bit sidetracked here, but France does look very nice in this game, actually. So, yeah, I mean, I think we got Cameron Kims. I think this will be the first time I've actually seen this person racing, if I'm correct. At least the first that I have seen while I'm here streaming or commentating. Then yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to let through the Alfa Romeo, of Hazard. So it's quite key as well for the driver's standings because at the moment our leader in the driver's standings, Jay Thompson, is not here today. That's Hazard going very wide, but nothing much going there. So if Ferrari scores 7 or more points, they will be ahead of Jay Thompson and will take the lead off driver's standings, which is pretty much a guarantee. I've got to say, you know, the battle for P3 as well. Hazard here instead of our Henson, so our Henson will be quite likely to drop down into that P4 spot, or maybe even P5 as Izzy is only about 15 points off of them as well. And Izzy's on intermediates for probably just testing everything works, but still a bit interesting to see. Hazard's on a lap at the moment, hasn't validated the first couple of turns, it's good for him. Going down to turn 4 now, turn 5, and turn 6 comes at you very quickly afterwards for the end of the first sector. Of course, going to be purple ones, he's going to be the first person to set a lap. Looking very nice there at the moment. Yellow flag, I think that's just, I'm not sure what's happened there. That was a Red Bull, I think, just slowing down a lot. But no, down this very long straight now for Hazard, which is only interrupted by a little chicane with a layout. So you're going to now see probably drop down to about third gear here, fourth maybe. Yep, fourth here, down to second, up to third again very, very quickly. And then back up to fourth. So we're going to now see, once again, another purple sector probably in the second sector. Yes, it is. Would it be taken by the Haas behind? It might have, you know. Let me see, where is that Haas? Sam and Kim's, I would say, was going to take it, but has invalidated their lap. So, let's be keeping ball Haas for the moment then, to the end of this lap, which will be the first one that will be set, and hopefully for us, the first one will be valid. But as I say that, he goes and invalidates the lap, so he will not be the first one to do it. Los Amos has retired, left the session as well, so I'm going to assume that that is some sort of disconnect. Probably have to try and sort it out in a minute, but let me just see as Rick is going to start finishing off his lap here at the moment. We're going to now see him go for these last couple of corners, invalidates the second last one, so he's not going to set a lap here, but at least he can set a benchmark to see what the time is going to be for him at the moment. We're going to see now as he comes across the line, it is a 30.8, so probably a decent first lap. We're going to look at the ad one, let's see what he is going to do. This is a 30.8, it's a 31.6. So Rick's got quite a lot of time there in hand. That was someone in the ball there for a second. We're just going to look at Sayara's 29.5 on medium tyres. I don't really need to say much else there. I'm not sure if that was completely in the wall, but I don't know. Might have been Itchy Boy Alfie, I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, quite ridiculous. Rick was trying to get out of the way there of one of the. I mean, interestingly, trying to get out of the way. That's Eric's Road Club as well, trying to get out of the way. Yeah, quite interesting at the moment. Let's look to the other Ferrari, because they're going to come across the line in a second on the soft compounded tyre. 30.8, but that's still 1.3 seconds off their teammate on the mediums. Like, I can't quite believe what I'm seeing, really. But this is quite ridiculous. But yeah, it is quite mental that this is somehow happening. But I mean, we can't really fault someone for how quick they are. But I think when it's that much of a gap, there's, I think some people are just going to be very disheartened by that. I mean, the ad one might improve their time actually. Now I'm looking at it, but I'm not going to look at that exactly for the moment. I'm going to look at one of the Mercedes. Is Rick on another lap? I mean, it's invalid, so pretty sure it was a score backwards there. So yeah, it can't be him. We're going to look at It's Your Boy Alfie actually. First race here, so we're going to see how they do. It was looking like a very great turn 2 there at the moment, going down into turn 3. I think that's turn 4. I might be wrong. I think that the slight kink there before then is good. Purple first sector, which is already good for your boy Alfie. So we're going to see how he does. Let's hope for the pole's sake that this is going to be very close. But you know, we're just going to hopefully see that there is some sort of challenge for the lead. Fifth gear, they're really attacking that corner. So we're going to see now, no validation there. So it did kind of look like he was all 4 wheels off track. You see now, is it purple? It's not purple, but however, that is still probably looking like a very solid lap at the moment for your boy Alfie here. So we're going to see now, eventually going to cross the line. Has is going to start a lap as well eventually. I think that might be, yep, Govin? I don't know how to say that one, but yeah. Your boy Alfie is still on a lap here at the moment, not invalidated. I don't think he's had a mistake at all, so we're just going to watch him for now. You'll see him come across the final couple of corners, making sure not to invalidate like what Rick did. Very nice that final corner, nice rotation, getting on the power early. What is the time going to be as we see your boy Alfie come across the line? 30.7, so it goes into P2, but just look at that gap. And you've got to remember that is on medium tyres for Sayara's. It just... It's mental, it really is. But yeah, as I said, look at DRL Mike there. It looked like he was about to validate. I feel like he should have then, but for him, I guess that's really good for him because he probably might have gained a little bit of time there. But yeah, let's see now. DRL Mike, we're going to see what he is going to do. It's looking like quite a nice lap at the moment. We're going to see what is time 29.8. So the second person into the 29s. So very nicely done from him to go up into P2. We're going to look at Izzy, another one of the fast drivers, also on the soft tyres here. We're going to see what their lap is. 29.0. So now with... Oh, that was almost a collision there, but yeah, we've finally got someone else on pole for the moment. Epic Sporting Club is not doing another lap from what I'm seeing here. They're going into the pits. So we're going to watch Govin. pretty sure. I don't really know how to pronounce his name. I'm really sorry, but yeah, I just know that you are the new driver here. You're a reserve, so we're just going to see what you're going to do as you round the final corner. Hopefully not to do anything disruptive to that Ferrari. Let's see. We're going to actually look at both of them coming across the line here because they're both on laps. Getting a very nice toe there is MX Testarossa. Govi Govan goes P8, MX Testarossa goes P4. So Govi Govan with a 34.9 and MX Testarossa with a 30.3. I'm not sure Govi Govan made a mistake at all, but yeah, I think a 34.9 might be a little off the whole time for the moment. Right, who is going to be next? We're going to look at no one for the moment. I think the person who will be next will be Hampus Rooney. So we're going to watch them because they've actually got quite a big gap to the person who will next at a lap. So let's watch them. We're going to see them in 4th gear. So it's definitely some F122 type traction there out of that corner apparently. At least for Hampus Rooney. We're going to see them, what they're going to do into the first couple of turns, hopefully for their sake, not invalidate. But we're going to see now going into turn 1, quite wide, missing the apex, but I think it's definitely far away from invalidating, which is exactly what they need. A little bit wide out there, but good for them, nothing's happened. Ferrari gets cleanly out of the way there for them. Once again, missing a couple of apexes here, but that's completely fine as long as you do not invalidate your lap, as you'll be going up a couple of positions at the moment. So we're going to see now 23.5. Still pretty decent first sector, I think, but yeah, I thought you can probably take that a bit more anger, and I think that was Hampus Rooney's first lap here, so he's probably got more pace in him, and there's still 8 minutes left in the session, so he's still got time to improve. It's just, at the moment, he is, well, he's trying to take it with a little bit more caution. As long as he can set a lap, I think he'll be completely fine. Your boy Alfie has retired from the session and left, so yeah, slight problems there at the moment. We're going to invite him back. So, a shame for Alfie there, because he was actually quite fast, but yeah, the game is still just a bit stupid there. I think Los Alamos might still be out of the session, so we're just going to watch and see if we can find them for a second, just to make sure. Not appearing online, so they might have already been in session, I'm not too sure, but we're just going to wait for them. Hampus Rooney now is going to finish their lap, 5th gear down to 3rd. Maybe you should look to 4th, that's what you saw from the start, or that probably might have just been a mistake there actually. So that flag sector 2, that was just a Haas going slowly. Hampus Rooney coming across the line, both McLarens filling up P8 and P9 for them. Right, we're going to now see, I'm going to try and see who is next. Who'll be next? I think the ad one, I'm going to say will be next. Yeah, the ad one will be next, so yeah, Los Alamos is joined back at least, so might have just restarted their game. But let's just see now. The ad one is going to come across the line in a minute. We're going to now see, as we're going to see power down the main straight. What is the ad one going to do? We're going to come across the line now, up to P5, ahead of your boy Alfie, so very nicely done. I think the next person across the line might be that Haas. It would have been, but they have validated really, so not really too much of a reason to look at them. Rick goes wide. Lucky for him that he does not get that track invalidation, which I think is kind of crucial now, because we're getting only a couple minutes. Yeah, a couple minutes short of what we were. When he first set his lap. So we're going to hope for him that when he sets his final lap, it's not going to end like that. First of all, yeah, definitely not going to end like that. But we're going to still see what the time is though, as we are still on board with him. Even with that mistake, he puts him into P7. So there's probably still a couple of tenths in that, and I think that's good for him. Los Alamos 11th session again, so there was just some really big connection issues there. So they are on their usual laps. Is Hazard going to finish their lap first as well though? Yep, they are. So we're just going to watch them as they come across the line shortly. What is their time going to be? It is a 29.9, so the 4th person into the 29s now. So, only just, but popping up into the second row is very nice there. Sayara is the first person into the 28th and the pole at the moment by about 3.5 tenths, I want to say. So, yeah, might know who's going to get it now. FX Rowing Club, couple of tenths up. What is a time of 32.3? It's getting a little bit ahead of the McLarens there. Sam and Kim's, I think, are on another lap, so just going to watch them for now. I think they're the only other one on a lap at the moment. I think the other Red Bull, yeah. Oh, Sayara is kind of track. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. If anyone wants to, if anyone's actually able to catch that, they can maybe report it. But I don't know here. Do you ever use a stream? I'm not too sure, but here we go. Looking at Stammer and Kim's, going across here, the final couple of corners. What is their time going to be? This may not have been with the most ERS and definitely with some worn tyres. So we're going to see now, is the time going to pop up ahead of Edix Motoring Club? Yes, it does, at 31.9. So nicely done for Stammer and Kim's there, just creeping inside to the top 10. Sarah's just still cutting the corners like mental there, trying to get back into the pits, but I think as some of you guys might know, you're not allowed to do that, but yeah, it's going completely into the pits there. But no, Hazard there also going into the pits. So who will be next? Big Izzy. 10.5 up at the moment on their time, really attacking these corners, but that was too much right there. Are they going to continue with a lap and then they're going to back off? So will Izzy try and put on another set of fresh softs, or will they keep going on this one? Los Alamos' leather session again. There is just so many connection issues happening to them today. Doesn't look like anyone else on a competitive lap at the moment, so I'm just going to quickly see if we can invite Los Alamos back. So, yeah, unfortunately for them, I don't think they can get a qualifying lap in at the moment. Yeah, just be 1 second and just make sure that they know what is going on. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just making sure that they are still being in the lobby. And yeah, here we go. We got basically no one here at the moment out, but we got both Ferraris about to come out to the pits. I mean, one is out already, halfway through sector 2, and the other one is just come out, going into turn 1 and 2. We've got Govy Govin here, starting, pretty sure what looks to be their final lap here, unless they violate this one. Then probably to go again. We're going to see now very wide out at turn 2, still keeps on the track still, so it's still a valid lap. I mean, if they want to try and cancel it out and go again, they can do. I mean, hits the apex decently well there. The rotation's a little bit off there, but still to keep it going through that section. Quite difficult on power, and the brakes there didn't help either. Izzy's left the session as well, so that is quite possibly one of the worst times for Izzy to leave. We're going to see if we can get her back in. Game invite sent there, so I think this connection issues in terms of leaving here is, yeah, quite difficult at the moment to handle, but they've got an invite back. It just depends on how quickly they can join back, and I don't think they're going to be able to join back for another lap, so there we go. Does not look like they'll be able to join back. That is MX Ross starting lap. Yeah, we're just going to be on board with Govy Govin because he'll be one of the last people to set a lap, but no, invalidates. I think the best thing for him to do now is quickly back off right now, and then try and save all the tyres and the ERS now, but they're still going for it. In my eyes, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, they can do what they want, that's fine. MX Rossa, 1.5 tenths down, so there is no improvement going on for them at the moment. I think the one person who we kind of want to see do a lap here was the battle between Solaris and Izzy, but Izzy, unfortunately, has been disconnected there, or just actually left the session. I'm not too sure what's going on, but yeah, I think in a moment, let's watch MX Rossa, Solaris' teammate, while we were talking about them, going through this second sector. We're going to now see what is their time in the middle. It's a purple middle sector, to be fair, but they're only a couple hundreds up on their time, so at the moment they might only be threatening the top, they might only be threatening P3, so even with a purple sector they just might not be able to threaten anyone in that top 2. It looks like sector 3, but that is nothing too much to be concerned, and that is MX Rossa now having to slam on the brakes to save as much ERS as possible. And there we go, the ad one starting on that as well, middle through the first sector, a couple hundreds down, Solaris a couple hundreds up. So now we're going to see Solaris, what is their middle split going to be? Their middle split, a couple hundreds down, so may not be another improvement there for the moment. MX Ross is going to start their final lap. Hazard is a 10th up, so he's definitely definitely threatening DRL Mike, who has invalidated. So Hazard, we're one to watch here, as we're going to see. They'll be one of the first people to cross the line, as, yes, I will be the first one to cross the line with a valid lap, and we kind of know what they're going to do, because they're probably going to be on pole. DRL Mike cannot improve at the moment. Hazard, how much are you up? You're a tenth and a bit up Who else is there? The ad one is on a lap actually, so we're going to watch them as well first. Sarah is going to come across the line. Is their timing better? No, it is not. How much by? 300 a second they can improve by. But now I'm going to look at the ad one. Are they going to be able to jump up position into P5, maybe even P4, if they can absolutely nail this final sector? We're going to see them come to the line now. What is their time going to be? It's not going to be enough of pole position. What is the time? It's a 30.1, just slightly off Hazard, but Hazard is going quicker, and through the final corner, planting the power. Are they going to get ahead of DRL Mike? You can see him come across the line now, only just misses out by about a tenth of a second. Rick is also allowed as an Apex Motoring Club, so we're going to watch Apex here coming through the final couple corners. It's a possibility for a P9 for him if he can absolutely nail these last couple corners. We're going to see him now looking pretty decent through there, going first gear, so it's quite slow there for him, but we're going to now see him come across the line in a minute, going very close to the pit wall. Improves, but is only 9 thousandths away and could not do it in the exact time. Now we got Rick crossing the line. We saw his pace earlier on in the session. What is his time going to be now? A 30.0, which puts him just behind Hazard, I think in P5? No, yeah, P5. So, there we go. There we go. That is your grid, and I mean the gaps there tell you everything you need to know, really. Well, Sayara's on pole, Izzy on the front row with them, so you can tell how the whole lobby who is going to be the fastest people here. Right, so we got them two. DRL Mike in P3 as a reserve, so very nice performance from them. Hazard P4, Rick P5, so both Mercedes boys, both reserves, both in the top 5. Very nice from them. The other one in P6, after returning to us after not being here last race. MXS Rosser in P7, your boy Alfie in P8 on a decent first performance as a reserve as well, as was Farron Kim's in P9. Epic Motoring Club rounds at the top 10, Hafiz Rooney and Govi Govan in P11, P12, solidifying that McLaren 6th row, and Los Alamos in P13, who unfortunately for them couldn't set a time, as they have basically disconnected from the session, retired in quali, and that basically means nothing else can happen there. But yeah, there we go. Is Los Alamos still out here? Oh, this could be rain. That looks very dark there. But I'm just going to quickly invite Los Alamos again, because they're pretty sure there is a formation lap on. Just 1 second here. Okay, right. Let's hope the Los Alamos person can join in time. I think the formation lap's on, so yeah. Just going to wait. Wait for these guys want to check their tyres as well. I don't know if Los Alamos is in, so I'm just going to do one more invite really quickly, just in case. Los Alamos, you are there. But yeah, there we go. Just waiting for everyone here. Here we go. This is going to show the formation lap. Yep, here we go. So we got Sayara's is the DRL Mike, Hazard Rick, the Ad One, MXS Rossa, your boy Alfie, Cameron Kim's, Apex Motoring Club, Hafiz Rooney, Govi Govan, and Los Alamos surrounding the grid. But I'm pretty sure Los Alamos might be in this session. I'm not too sure, but yeah. Oh, is this a? Wait, is this a race? It says that. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. It says that 1. I'm quite lost here. It says that 1, so I'm not too sure we're all racing. Hold on. I'm not sure we're racing or not. Rules and flags. This formation lap on. It's off. But that had the start of a formation lap. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm very confused here. It had the start of a formation lap. Everyone's warming up their tyres, but it's lap 1. I am very confused. So I think Codemaster's done it again. I mean, I'm gonna wait until the end of the first lap here. Hopefully, nothing really bad happens here. That's your boy Alfie also go. So let's see if we can invite him back. There we go. So make sure everyone is in. At the time invitation is sent. Let's go look at Los Alamos once more again. Hopefully they can join in. There we go. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it looks like they're on a formation lap, but it says lap 1. And I'm quite lost. I think for now it's these look at tyres. So yeah, Cyrus on hards, Izzy, ARL Mike and Hazard all on mediums behind. Rick on hards, the Admin on mediums. And we've got a couple of soft runners, America Sarossa, your boy Alfie, Govi Govin and Los Alamos, and then the other 3 mediums are Sam and Kim's, Epic Mountain Club and Happis Rooney. So, yeah, I mean, they're stopping on the grid. It's just very strange, because normally I would say lap 0 at 27, and it did have the, had the lights off formation lap, but said lap 1, so... Yeah, I'm very lost. I mean, it shows gaps as well, which is not what it does on the formation lap. We're all parking up. There's the possible race strategy suddenly showing up. I am very confused. Okay, well, Epic Mountain Club is disqualified. I don't know if that's... He's dropped to the back of the field as well. I'm getting quite worried here. Well, okay, well, let's just see. Let's just see what's going to happen. Go and suddenly now in the lead. Okay, I think this might be... Oh, no, we are going. We're going. Okay, 5 red lights. This is a terrible camera angle. We're underway. Cyrus gets a very nice start there. I think someone else basically almost stalled on the grid there. Easily in P2 at the moment. Hazard getting a pretty decent start ahead of the 2 Mercs still. Cyrus leading in turn 1. Hazard, Rick and DRL Mike are both behind. The ad one has been passed by MXS Rossa there. But no, surprisingly, no contact at the moment. So yeah, very nice going there. The gaps are all messed up here at the moment, which is really annoying. I think maybe in the AlphaTauri of the ad one, Sam and Kim is making a bit of contact. Almost bit of contact, definitely some contact there. That is Epic's Mountain Club going for a bit too ambitious move, sending Los Alamos off the track. And yeah, Sayara is here, looking a little bit under pressure here from Izzy at the moment. Hazard still a bit further back. The 2 Mercedes are going to be very close to each other at the moment. No one's going to go for a dive as of yet. These gaps completely messed up, so I don't know who's where. That is looking like a very good exit for DRL Mike. Rick tries to get him a little bit further out onto the side of the track, but cannot defend from that Mercedes. So, we're going to now see what are they going to do. Rick is still there at the moment, but however, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move. Hazard going a little bit wide there. DRL Mike is trying to just take a little bit of evasive action. Rick is still kind of there on the inside there at the moment, but nothing is going to happen there. But these two are already streaking away out in front. The gaps once again, I don't know what's going on sometimes, because the gaps are basically ruining me here. Can I change them at all? If I go to fastest lap, take it back. That's where they're to stay, unfortunately, so I won't know who is exactly where at the time, which is quite frustrating, but oh well. Oh, you're way out there. I think that's... Yeah, it looks like an AI at the moment. So yeah, Cyrus is fast lap. Well, here we go. The gaps are fixed. The gaps all fixed. Right, good. DRL Mike look like he got a warning there at the moment, but he is up in Q4 and looking to make a move on the Alfa Romeo in front of him of Hazard. Izzy is still on the back of Cyrus, to be fair, and the ERS units for both of them doesn't look too bad. 84 to 83. So yeah, both of them are looking quite good at the moment. We're going to put it to tyres at the moment, just for now. You can see all the gaps and stuff. Perfect. If you look like you can turn on the ERS there for a little bit, gaining down this back straight. They're going to go to the inside. They're going to make it side by side through this chicane. But yeah, Izzy there goes through. Suarez might just have to hold back for the moment, but it's still on the back of Izzy here. But no, Izzy looks like he's using a bit more ERS heads to try and clear away there. Suarez has got the slipstream though. Still on the back of Izzy. Are they going to make a move to the inside? No, they're not. DRL Mike is very close to the back of Hazard there too. Govi Govin has got past the teammate. They could go side by side through turn, I want to say 11 that is. I'm not too sure what the actual turn is. Govi Govin is already out of ERS there, but he has made a very nice move there from what I'm seeing there. Izzy is about half a second ahead of Cyrus. DRL Mike is still pressuring Hazard here at the moment. Hopefully no mistakes from either of them for now. At least for their races. We've got Rick on the Rick getting pressured here by MXS Rossa. Izzy is now setting fast lap on their medium tyres. Mike is still there, closing down on Hazard, but nothing is going to happen at the moment. Almost goes into the back rib into turn 1, but no contact made. Very nice run there for Hazard at the moment, and kind of leaving DRL Mike a little bit there. But now we're able to watch the DRS here. We're going to especially watch these two, because this whole straight is not about the tyre grip, it's about the straight line speed. At the moment, Cyrus will be the one to have that more ERS, to have the DRS, and maybe the slipstream as well, depending if he's going to break a toe or not. No, they aren't. So Cyrus will have the slipstream as well. Not going to use the ERS though, but let's see, will it be enough to power them past going into chicane? No, just backs off. DRL Mike does not back off and goes ahead of Hazard. MXS Rossa is still behind Rick at the moment. Los Almos, he was trying to make a move on Epic Exploring Club, who is trying to make a move on Happy Spooning, goes to the inside, cuts off quite aggressively there. Little bit of contact on Apex Motoring Club, is half round, but manages to save it. Itty is still ahead of Cyrus at the moment, but yeah, the gap is closing quite a bit more now. And yeah, here we go, Cyrus is still not holding under any sorts of pressure here. And yeah, looking quite nicely at the moment, this race, folding it quite decently. Los Almos maybe trying to make a move there on the inside of Happy Spooning, but couldn't do it there. Los Almos probably with those soft tire advantages, wants to get it done quickly, but at the moment cannot do that. Your boy Alfie thing is still disconnected, so unfortunately for them, I don't think they can get in again, so really sorry about that, Alfie. Cyrus is looking like they turned on the ERS there. The last pass, DRL Mike is the fastest lap of the race, so not one of the top two very nicely now. He's going to try and push a lot here for the DRS, and he is going to get it, towing on everyone else on the medium tyres quite nicely. And to be honest, it looks like we've got a fight for the lead in our hands here, which is something you don't say every day about ARL, but we do at the moment. I mean, sure, at the moment, Cyrus is still on the harder tyres, but yeah, no, used a bit of ERS going out that corner. Are they going to use any here? No, they're not. They're going to just use DRS and slipstream. Are they going to think about making a move now? Let's see. They're going to pull not to the inside. No, nothing doing for them. Probably going to try and save all the ERS. MXS Rossa gets past Rick on the soft tyres. It looked like a late braking move. Rick is still hanging around the outside. Very nice bit of space there between them two. Rick having a massive twitch, but does get back ahead. Los Almos is now ahead of Govi Govan, and looking very nice here, Rowan. That was, Govi Govan going very wide there, though. MXS Rossa is on the back of Rick as well. Any moves being able to be made here? No, nothing doing there for MXS Rossa either. So the softer tyres here might be starting to wear out just a little bit, because France is a very high tyre wear track, so we don't know what strategies are actually going to happen here, because I've not actually raced France. I've not done anything with France on this game, so I don't know if any strategy changes here are going to be a bit different or not. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we're going to watch Izzy here using the overtake. Los Almos looks like they've had a massive spin there, going through. I don't even know what turn this is, but just going through that, probably the very very long right turn, I'm going to say, having a little spin on the exit. MXS Rossa looked like trying to get past Rick there on the soft tyres, but could not do that either. But no, we've got a 3-car DRS train here at the moment. Hazard has, unfortunately for them, dropped out of it. But yeah, still 7 tenths or so back. Epic Touring Club gets past Happy Spoonie, who almost wants to the back of him as well. That turn 1 is looking very difficult there on the braking. Styara is using that ERS, trying to break out the DRS. He's not doing a thing, just trying to use that DRS to try and keep within that 1 second window. At the moment, it's still working, but the gaps are starting to come out here. And I mean, the one with the least amount of ERS at the moment is Styara, who is desperately trying to get out of that DRS window, but Izzy knows that. Izzy knows that they're going to try and do something like that now to have the hard advantage last throughout the rest of this race, or the rest of this stint at least. But no, Izzy's definitely wary to that, trying to use that ERS. DRL Mike is not doing the same thing for the moment, although he is on a lower ERS level at the moment, so it might go from 3 to 2 at the moment. Izzy is looking like they're going to try and do something. Apex Touring Club and Govi Govan side by side through, I don't know what it's going to is, I'm just going to say turn 10, turn 10, turn 11, I don't know what it is, but yeah, they were going side by side through there. Govi Govan runs really wide off the track, gets the precinct time penalty. He's the first one to pick up a penalty for now. Happy Spoonie, his teammate is on the back there, but I don't know if Govi Govan still knows they're using ERS here, but no, I think that's how it has there. I don't know what the hell I just said there. Really sorry about that. But I think we've had some pretty decent racing at the moment. I think there might have been a warning there for Sahara's, but trying to really push there. Izzy still in DRS range, still there, still in DRS range. We're going to get DRS down this straight. It's looking very close. They might not have got it. So Izzy, has not got it. So Sahara's, with all that pushing, now down to basically 0% ERS, has made it work for now. because we never know what's going to happen with Izzy here. They might try and push the rest of this lap, trying to get back in that DRS window, but at the moment, look, the gap is starting to extend again, and it's not looking good for Izzy or DRL Mike or anyone who wants to try and win this race on the medium tyres, and this might be an nail in the coffin already. And it feels so early to say that in lap 6 of this race. We know it could happen. Happens really to the outside. That's a very decisive move. Tries to Gova there. Tries to cut back and try and get ahead of his teammate again. Almost runs to the back completely. Then misses the braking point entirely. He's trying to keep it side by side, but cannot do that. Los Alamos gets ahead of Govan with that extra ERS power, and Govan there has just had a horrible turn, but is still on the track, still racing. That's what we like to see. Izzy has taken the advice that I was saying earlier and is now back in the DRS window at the moment, but they have to push now very much for this first sector because they are now on very similar ERS levels. So Cyrus knows this and uses even more of it to make that little bit extra buffer. Cyrus cutting these corners very fine here, maybe getting warnings, but maybe not, I don't know. But all we know is that they're going to be once again here out with DRS unless Izzy can pick it up a little bit here. Does not look like he can, so Izzy is going to be out of DRS once again. Los Alamos now gets past up as Rooney. The racing at the back is actually quite nice from what I was seeing. The racing at the back, I like to treat as a fight for the lead here because, yeah, let's check warnings actually at the moment. Cyrus did get one on lap 5, I think, like I said, on one of those laps. Izzy also has got one. DRL Mike has got one. I think it's just actually picked up a penalty. Yeah, DRL Mike has just picked up a penalty there. Penalty plus 2 warnings, so I'm going to assume this is some sort of glitch. Don't you get that many in just one lap unless you're purposely cutting the corners. Hazard got one on lap 3, so they've got to be careful. Rick has got one lap 1. MX Ross's got none. Yadwell's got none. Cameron Kim's has got 1. Apex Mountain Club has got 1. Los Alamos has got 2. Having Rooney's got 2 as well. Govan has got, I want to say that is 4. So he's got 1 penalty and then 1 warning. Sarah is, yeah, back to 1. So, yeah, there we go. Look at that, nothing else happening for the moment, although Los Alamos is on the back of Apex Mountain Club. Are they going to try and make a move here? No, they're not. They keep it quite far back. They're not going to try and drop back too much here, because they're going to maybe try and make a move here. No, they don't. So, all is well for this race at the moment. I mean, we've now got Cyrus doing the usual on the harder tyres, going faster than everybody else, at least for the moment. I mean, the fast lap is not set by them, to be fair, so they haven't got a perfect race yet, but I'm trying to find something. Yeah, I'm just trying to find something. Los Alamos, there we go, we've got an overtake again. Los Alamos past Epic Motoring Club. Very nice here, but yeah, we got about 20 laps left. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, DRL Mike is still kind of keeping in touch with these guys, and once again has most ERS out of everybody here, so he might still be a good factor for P2 in this race. Hazard is still kind of there. Rick is on the back of him with some hard tyres fitted onto his car, but nothing for the moment. But yeah, at the moment everyone is looking pretty decent on tyres, pretty decent on gaps, but I think the only problem with the gaps at the moment is that they're not closer. I mean, I'm not really sure what to do at the moment. It's just what happens in these sort of deadlock races where everyone's just about close to each other, that they can maybe call it exciting, but there's not really much to talk over at the moment. I mean, I've talked about warnings, I've talked about penalties, I've talked about tyres, so yeah, I'm not really too sure what to do at the moment. For the races get a little bit mundane. It's kind of like real life, where Crofty starts talking about some random stuff with Ted or with Martin Brundle, so yeah, I mean, I haven't got anything random to waffle about at the moment, so I mean, we're still going to watch the race, of course, but yeah, I've got nothing really. Haven't really got much to say about, which kind of is a shame, because I always thought this could be a good race. He's left the session though. I mean, they gave me something to talk about, but that's not good, because it's only going to give even more of a gap to Cyrus, which is not what we all want. DRL Mike is on the back of them. Yeah, I'm going to go straight past as the car's ghosted. So that might invite Hazard onto the podium. I mean, DRL Mike is definitely going to go into P2. I'm going to see if we can invite him once more, just in case I haven't got it. But there we go, we've got that all done. Hazard needs to push here if they do want to try and get a podium here though, because he needs to make most of this connect here, because there's only about 40 AI, I'm pretty sure. Salmon commits to a penalty. Down in P8, kind of in no man's land at the moment, 6 seconds behind the Ad1, 12 seconds behind Los Alamos, 12 seconds ahead of Los Alamos, sorry. So yeah, not too much going on there. Hazard still pushing a little bit here, kind of out of ERS though, so they had to make use of what's happening to Izzy at the moment, but Izzy is just, look at how slow this car's going, so at the moment, yeah, Izzy's not enjoying seeing this, or at least definitely pretty looking at this spectator mode at the moment. Across the line, what are they going to do? A 1 minute 42.0, Hazard's a 1 minute 35.6. That's the difference between these AIs. But this has allowed Hazard to get back into the DRS window of a driver, and it's now Izzy instead of DRL Mike. So Hazard is now only with 7/10, and the AI, you don't know what they do sometimes on this game. They could absolutely cook their tyres at times and absolutely ruin their ERS levels. But at the moment, it hasn't looked like it. They haven't looked at the moment. Izzy's still looking kind of decent. Hazard is probably at DRS here, no. Down this straight. Hazard does pick up the DRS. Rick is too far back now on those hards. He had one is there as well with DRS, but here we go. Hazard not looking like he's going to do anything into this turn, so nothing's there. The Ad1 and MXS are also going to start fighting here. The soft tyres may start falling away here. The Ad1 on the mediums, MXS are also on the softs. Nothing is going to do there either. At least for the moment. But yeah, I think that's 10 laps on softs there, so I mean, it's very well played there actually. If anyone was on the soft tyres still, I mean, I think anyone who's anyone, I think, at least in this game, or at least last game, sorry, I mean, the tyre wear was absolutely ridiculous around this track, so I am glad they can make the soft last 10 laps, although I'm really surprised they'll be one of the first guys to come into the pits here, so I'm going to watch MX Rossa as he nearly is having the place conceded to him by the Ad1. Watch them, are they going to come into the pits here at all? They are, because they're going way too wide for an actual normal line there. MX Rossa into the pits. What tyres are they fitting on though? Because we've seen mediums, they can go 10 laps at the moment, so I'm not sure what the strategy is, but I feel like this could be a set of mediums here. Softs onto hards, never mind. Okay, Los Alamos there, they're going to stay out for another lap. Your boy Alfie, I mean, he's the only other one who is on the softs, but is an AI, so unfortunately for them we can't see a strategy because they aren't here, unfortunately. Hazard still on the back of it, he's still keeping that DRS window, both on the same tyres, both on the same amount of laps. So just outright pace here through the corners and straight. Get a flag 6-2. That is the Ad1 who had probably a little spin there. Too early on the throttle. But I mean, once again, good for them. They're kind of in no man's land at the moment. I mean, they were fighting MX Testarossa though, so MX Testarossa has probably received a bit of a lifeline there. So they're probably going to jump the Ad1. You know, the undercut's not only powerful, but if you spin as well, then that is basically guaranteed for you to be ahead of the other driver. Here we go though, the Hazard, yeah, the Hazard is still here on the back of Izzy. The gap hasn't really increased or decreased, to be honest. I mean, it's kind of always remained around 7/6, although it's dropping down to about 5 now. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say, really. Hazard is just on the back here. Closed up a little bit, but the exit's not where they make all the time, because I think Hazard is a full traction user, so anyone else who is running a low traction, funnily enough, gets more traction out the corners. Yeah. It's funny that if you use a lower traction but you get more traction out the corners, it feels a bit weird, but it's what the game does, really. I guess it makes a lot of sense to make sure we kind of lower the assists, go faster. There we go. Hazard still in DRS, but it looks a little bit closer than the last couple of times. MX Testarossa does get ahead of Los Alamos at least. What's actually Los Alamos going to pit onto? Because I think Hazard is going to be able to make that move on Izzy for now. We're going to see what is Los Alamos fitting onto the hard tyre. So I don't think any of these guys on the softs believe that the mediums are going to last to the end, or maybe soft hard was the preferred strategy. Hazard was not able to get ahead of Izzy there, as Izzy pulls away quite a bit on that exit. I think in the corner entry as well, because I think Hazard kind of messed that one up, but still in P4 at the moment. No signs of these medium guys stopping here at the moment. I mean, if Cyrus can make it a bit more fun, they can maybe do a 2-stop. If you're listening, that'd be lovely. I mean, you probably heard me too late there, but yeah. I got what to say. I mean, we've had the pit stops. I mean, we're waiting for Hazard to maybe make a move. But now he's starting to fall out the DRS window. Look, almost second off now. Second off. And that's probably looking like one of the closest fights we have. Gone. Which is, well, yeah. Very unfortunate. If Hazard maybe can switch his tyres to a hard compound right now, then maybe we can have something here. But a very good undercut on Izzy, but I feel like Izzy might then try and do a completely different strategy, go to the softs instead. And Hazard might be doing the same actually. They're probably going to both go for the soft tyres by the end of this race. But no, nothing is going to come with that. Hazard does not get a DRS, goes very, very wide off the track there. Let's get a warning. Sayara is picked up a free single penalty. So, I mean, what's to say is quite crucial for their race, but I mean, look at the gap. I mean, unless there's a spin involved as well, I don't think anything's going to happen here for Sayara's. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I really don't have much to say here because everyone is now out of DRS. You're waiting for the pit stops realistically because that is where hopefully some more fun happens, but I mean, for now it's not happening. Cyrus isn't coming to the pits. DRL Mike is coming to lap your boy Alfie, but I don't know if it really matters anymore because he is actually going to come into the pits. Izzy is as well. Hazard's also going to follow him. So, are they all switching to the hard tyres, or are they going to try and push the softs to the very end? Your boy Alfie's went, well, 12 laps on the softs actually. So, let's see. DRL Mike pits on the hard tyres. Hazard pits onto the hards. Is no one going on the medium? No, the soft. Sorry, no one is. So, the wear is probably just way too much around this track. Everyone's doing medium, hard, soft, hard, but. Let's go looking at Sayara's now. I mean, how long can they push those? Rick moves up into second place actually. I haven't really talked about Rick too much there, but he is up into second. The other one moves up to fourth, still on the mediums. So maybe they're going to try a medium soft. Maybe all these other guys. Sam and Kim's immediately has their pit crew rush out onto the hard tyres. Epic Touring Club moves ahead of them most likely. Happy Serenity comes into the pits. Yeah, Happy Serenity into the pits. They'll probably take on. Oh, what's happened? Hafiz? Are you okay? I don't know they had like a problem with their wheel or controller or anything else like that, but they just, I don't know. They just turned out the pits then. Very strange. So fortunately for them, it's kind of ruined their chances. Dion might pick up another penalty, so that's 6 seconds, I'm pretty sure. Does have the fastest lap at the moment, but yeah, 6 seconds. Not really going to do him any good there. Govan is the only other driver on 6 seconds as well with them. Sam and Kim's and Sarah's are the only other 2 people also on penalties. Sarah's still on the hard tyres, still doing some decent pace. Rick as well, also doing some decent pace, but he's coming to the pits, probably for a set of medium tyres, as see. I mean, you could do 14 laps and then 13, 14 probably. That's what you're seeing for the mediums, and probably what we're going to see for Rick here, but just the other way around. We're going to now see Mercedes crew come and serve him onto the medium tyres. So, that is going to be him. Probably try and chase all these guys down then. I mean, maybe not DRL Mike, his teammate, but possibly 1 or 2 of the others. I mean, the ad one, maybe Hazard. This depends really. But no, speaking of the ad one, they're making onto the podium. Only for them, their dreams kind of be crushed there. As Izzy immediately gets past them. Yeah, using the DRS, making sure they don't get any benefit here for DRS, I think. And also trying to push here. Epic Touring Club picks up a pricing penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Not what they wanted. I mean, P8 at the moment, but he's going to drop down after not pitting. The ad one will not pick up DRS either, so nothing's happening there. But no, I think the ad one actually might be trying to go for a set of stops in this race. They're really pushing the wear at the moment, but glad we've got some different tyre strategies. Sayara's, are they going to come into the pits this lap maybe, trying to go for a set of mediums, or will they do their usual, stick out very long on these sets of tyres and go for a set of softs? Still sticking out, so everyone can go on to a set of softs. Okay. Right, so Sayara's there and the Ad One are the only two who have not pitted in this race as of yet. So we're going to probably just have to wait and see what their strategies are, because everyone else at the moment kind of not doing anything, and it sucks. Yeah, it really sucks, because they're all good drivers, but it's just unfortunately the field spread just feels like way too much here. And it's just unfortunate, really. I mean, they all can race pretty well. Although, actually, hold on, as I say this, I mean, I was saying about there being almost no action. We've got some action now, although it's probably been quite short-lived, as Hazard is just going to breathe past the Ad One here on the fresh tyres. He's going to get ahead. The Ad One looking like they're doing a medium soft here, so Hazard's probably not in their fight anymore, because there we definitely a pit stop behind. Look at the grip difference going through that first couple of corners. Already 8 tenths back, trying to push that DRS, but cannot get into that 1 second gap once again. 9 tenths now, almost a second, definitely a second by now, and there we go. The Ad One is fell away from that DRS level once again. Right, so I think about disconnect. We could have disconnect from Izzy here. We could have had a bit more of a race on our hands, but no. I think as soon as Cyrus gets out of the pits, we're going to see him jump straight ahead, breeze into the distance, and win the race by about 10 seconds. So the usual, but. No, actually, as I say this, they are coming to the pits, so no speeding penalties, no nothing there for them. So we're going to see now, will they keep the lead? That's one of the main things. Hard stop for Sayara's, so now they're going to come out of the pit lane. Is the Ad One going to pit as well? Because around this time they might have to start pitting, but maybe the Ad One might try and stay out one more lap. I don't know really. I'd probably advise not to, but. It's going to watch the mini map. Is the Ad One going to come out? Yeah, going to come out into the pit, sorry. But no, Sayara's still keeps the lead. I mean, what do you want me to say? I mean, they've done well. They've done really well. Rix is fast up on mediums, but we already know that's going to be beaten almost immediately. The Ad One is into the pits, onto some soft tyres. There we go. The Ad One's going to probably try and push for some sort of fastest lap, or at least try to push higher up the field. Maybe to get ahead of that, maybe to get ahead of the Ferrari, but that is be a massive ask from them. They are going to get ahead of the Haas at least. So, a bit of consolidation for them, but maybe the only problem they got is that getting over the bridge, I'm pretty sure that's a 17-second gap to MX Rossa if they want to try and fight someone ahead of them. And for a sneaky suspicion, that is not going to happen. And I think with the cold tyres as well, Sam and Kim will actually have a chance of getting ahead of them here on the straight, which is definitely not what they want. Even though Sam and Kim's has got a 5 second penalty, I'm pretty sure. 5 seconds or 3 seconds? 3 seconds, sorry. Okay. I mean, actually, never mind. It does look like that the Ad One is fine for now. And they are fine for now. But no, I think the battle for the podium as well is actually kind of interesting, because I'm pretty sure that the DRL Mike still has a penalty entry. We just do what Sayara is. I was about to say, was that their fastest lap? I don't know, but no, it was not. So, yeah, DRL Mike has got 6 seconds of a penalty. If we do gap to the leader here, keep it gap to interval. ED will move ahead. Hazard will need to pick up the pace a little bit more. They want to try and get into that podium range. Or maybe DRL might pick up another penalty for their sake. Sayara is half a second up. He'd probably get DRS off this lap car as well, and does. So, yeah, I think it's actually kind of unbeatable here. That was DRS off of Hafiz Rooney, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, Hafiz Rooney with that blue flags. Can't do anything else to stop themselves from getting lapped, and there we go. Look at this. Sayara is already pulling out a couple of second gap. Every corner they're pulling out tenths. The other one picks up a 3 second penalty, so. If they want to try and go for MX Rossa, they can't really do much now, because they're going to do another couple second gap there. 1.6 seconds up in still probably not the most technical part of the track. Yeah. I think we got a new fastest lap coming in from Sayara's. So we're going to see what they do. Coming across these couple of corners now. We'll eventually reach the final couple of corners in a second. And now we're going to see what are they going to do. We're going to see them round the final corner here. It's like just like a quality lap, really. This lap probably will be enough for pole in a quality run, actually. Let's see now. They're going to come across the line eventually. We're going to see now 30.3. That will put them about P6. And they have about 10 laps of fuel in. And they're about 50% ERS. And they still wear from the formation lap. What do you want me to say? What do you really want me to say? That's a warning, at least. I mean, I can say that much. Let's go. Let's have a quick check at the warnings, actually. Haven't had a look at them in a while. But no, yeah, what fun. I mean, I don't think I need to say anything here. It says invalidated lap time instead of warning, so I'm going to say that is a warning, but yeah, I mean, I think Stars becoming a penalty, that is the case. How close is DRL Mike to a warning? I mean, one of them was, I'm pretty sure, a glitch, unless I'm completely wrong there. But no, penalty plus 2 warnings. Just counting this as a glitch. Yeah, penalty plus warning. Warning again. So I think DRL Mike is 1 away from a 9-second penalty here, which could allow Hazard to maybe sneak onto the podium if he's lucky. But another person could actually come and get onto the podium right now is Rick, because all of a sudden he's kind of just come alive in this race. And yeah, he's just right here now on the back of Hazard. Didn't even think he was a factor in the podium, but all of a sudden he's here now on the medium tyres and is looking quite nice, actually, to try and make a move on Hazard. Both of them have got pretty limited DRS at the moment, but Rick's got slightly more. Izzy is going to be probably ahead of DRL Mike here and bar any mistakes. And yeah, once again, Star is in the lead. Not even a 3-second penalty could stop them because it barely makes it into their gap. Coming from another lap car there, I'm pretty sure. That will be of Govi Govan? Yeah, Govi Govan. So, yeah. I don't know what to say, really. I mean, what I can say, actually, Rick going past Hazard into turn 1. I did not see that gap at the moment. I was just kind of saying, don't know what to say, but yeah, there we go. That is what I can say. Rick is now in the contention for a podium spot. If he can keep this type of pace up, trying to really wrestle that car through those couple of corners. Hazard still on the back of Rick. Actually, I might need to check these guys' warnings as well, just in case. They might be able to pull out a podium spot. But no, Hazard going to get DRS, but it's not going to matter, I don't think. The grip from Rick's tyres is looking way too much here, as Rick is just pulling away on this straight. Not even using the ERS, it's just pulling away in these next couple of corners here. About 5/10. Hazard, cuts the corner there, gets that 3-second penalty, so he would definitely be behind now. But even with that, that's about half a second loss. And yeah, we can kind of call that one over there. Staris will technically lead now by about 15 seconds as well. I'm not really too sure what you want me to say about that. I mean, good job. I mean, you've got 6 laps. Get a flag. That's MXS Rossa, who has spun. So, I mean, they're not going to be under threat from the ad one. So, as I was saying, the ad one trying to bridge about a 17-second gap, maybe not being able to happen. They have managed to catch up. Maybe not the way they want to do it, but I mean, the way he's done it, the way he's done it is probably not the way they wanted to. But there we go. They are caught up now, and it is possible to probably bridge a 3-second gap now if they can keep that tyre going. Going picks up a 3-second penalty, but DRL Mike does as well. So he's going to fall even further down the order now. So he's just going to be in P4 if Rick keeps this pace up. The ad one is on the back of MXS Rossa. As I say that, Rick picks up a 3-second penalty. So Rick is probably not going to get on the podium now. But there we go. The ad one going to turn 1 now. Are there any moves down the inside? No. Probably going to wait until the second straight and DRS zone to do so. The ad one, although to be fair, is looking very pacey through this section of the track. MXS Rossa goes a little bit defensive, goes back to the racing line. They can do that. The ad one is still there. Going to probably go a little bit wider for that better exit, and they are going to do that as well. Almost hits into the back of that Ferrari, trying to use the better grip on the soft tyre, trying to do it. MXS Rossa trying to go as defensive as they can. The ad one pulls to the outside, or the inside now really, but the ad one is going to get through. And now they've got to bridge a 3-second gap or for MXS Rossa. And Izzy leaves the session again. Okay, wow. So Izzy was going to definitely get P2 at one point. Invited him back again. I was making sure they keep getting it because, Be very unfortunate for them to lose a podium, but might be what has to happen here. He's still in the gap, but we've got that Mercedes of Rick right behind. So it's still probably possible for a P2, but they've got to really get into this lobby very quickly. That's a Red Bull coming out of Apex Motoring Club who's just been lapped. Also lapped by Rick there. But no, that is Rick ahead into P3. And yeah, now they are going to try. Izzy's joined back, but I think it might be too late now. Out of DRS CAI now is. And that is just not good news. Falling further back, and it's just painful to watch. There we go. We can tell on the ERS it got left, I guess, through this straight, but no, just does not look like anything's going to happen here. Hazard trying to do anything really, just to kind of stop this, but can't do it. Izzy's back in the car at least, I'm pretty sure. Yes, they are. Cameron Kim's back on 3-2 penalty, down in P8, but oh, hold on, there's actually quite a bit of a battle there. Los Alamos and Cameron Kim's. We're just going to watch Izzy at the moment. Yeah. At the moment, still within a shout for a top 3, but not the second place that they would have wanted or probably would have deserved, really. Here on Mike, we'll have to pick up another free-stinger penalty, or for Izzy's bridging of a second gap. Cameron Kim's has now been passed by Los Alamos. So we're just going to quickly see, actually. Has Mike picked up any more warnings after this? I'm not too sure. Well, let's see. Right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's got one warning at the moment. You need 2 more to pick up another penalty. But at the moment, this probably has to lie on Izzy's pace. They're going to get about within a second of Rick VE. Izzy, how many warnings are you on? Let's see. 1 warning, 2 warnings. They are 1 away from penalty. As I said, it looked like cut the curve quite a bit there, but nothing for warning yet. Cameron Kim's still on the back of Los Alamos, so I think Los Alamos got that move done there. As Cameron goes very wide there, but cannot do anything about it. He's probably going to push a lot here, using ERS down this straight. Is getting closer to that gap that they need for that P2, despite the disconnects. I mean, Cyrus already know he's going to win this race, so yeah, I mean, it'll be about 25 seconds, so I don't know if that was less than last time. Let's have a look. Was that less than the last race out? Let's have a look-see. Race results. Round 5, 15 seconds last time, and round 4, it was only a couple seconds there. Never mind, that was in the sprint. Yeah, 20 seconds then. This is probably the biggest gap we've seen so far. Unfortunately, I think. I think it's taking most people understand when I kind of say unfortunately, because I thought everybody does want to fight for the win, but I mean, realistically, Sahara's is just really quick, and unfortunately that is the case. But yeah, I can't really say too much now. NXS Rossa is still on the back of the ad one, so the ad one hasn't made as much ground as they might have wanted, going very wide there as well. So MXS Rossa is going to pick up the DRS, going wide again is the ad one, so they might have had a bit of a mistake there. Basically on the onboard cameras most of the time as well. This feels a bit weird. Oh, hold on, Jesus, hold on, there's a couple of lap cars on the way. Izzy crucially gets DRS, and that is very crucial in these last couple of laps, because they are now within, I mean, almost could be within the 9-second gap that needs to be in, and they are, I'm pretty sure, 24.7 to 15.0, they're basically there, if not there already. So, I mean, just look at the fastest laps as well. We got 133s, we had a 132 by Rick, and now we had a 30.3 at the top. I mean, do you want me to say anything here? Average between these fast laps of 37.0. Poor guy. And the poor guy is just almost 7 seconds off the fastest lap. That's ridiculous. But yeah, go for Hafiz. Really. Govey Gowen's going to come into the pits here. Not sure if this is for a retirement maybe, because they're 15 seconds down on penalties. Or are they going to go for a set of softs maybe to the to end this race, maybe? I'm not too sure. I mean, Cyrus is there, and they could probably maybe go for an attempt at the fastest lap. They pit onto a set of mediums. Odd. But, I mean, Gobi is going to keep on with his stuff. Yeah, very odd there. Maybe not have a fresh set of softs, but thinking now, I think Warren softs be a bit quicker here. He had one actually. He was passed by Mixer Rossa while I was talking now. I'm not too sure when, but has been passed, and he's trying to make any headway into him, but cannot do such a thing. Izzy, once again, is within that 9 seconds, so at the moment he still is on for a P2, despite a couple of disconnects in this race. Izzy looks like it's still going to get P2. Are there any warnings more for DRL Mike? There is not, so Mike is still on one warning, and probably what looks to be a, probably solidified P3, I'm going to assume, unless there is some really bad pace from him by the end. He needs to not drop a second in 2 laps, so I think it's possible, although Rick, I think, is probably going to start in the tyre wear. DRL Mike will have his tyres be a little bit better shape, I think, overall, but Rick is still going to try and push as much as he can. But Izzy is the one who is going to get P2 at the moment. Yeah. I mean, the lap's kind of flown by, actually, now I think about it. I mean, when I was last talking about something like this, it was about lap 7. But now it is lap 26, and I couldn't really thank you enough that the 1 or 2 people who have managed to actually stick with this whole stream, or at least have watched some of this stream. I'm glad you have watched it, and I was going to say I hope you've enjoyed, but it is quite painful watching this. I just have to make this completely through here. It is a little bit painful, because like, you really want to see a battle for the lead, but then you see that, and that just, yeah. I mean, because you can't just say it's not. Can't say it's not bad, but you can say it's boring all you want, but you can't just say they are bad. They can't just say that. You can't say anything about them. I mean, they're 17 seconds ahead on paper here, and that's without penalties being applied, which would probably put them about 26, 27 seconds ahead. Then that's very commendable. But I mean, the racing. I mean, we've had some decent racing at the moment, but imagine the gap right now. We would have had DRL Mike in the lead, who is now under threat from Rick, as he is now been pushed into P4, as Rick is now catching up to that 9-second gap and is just inside a 6-second gap that he needs to jump ahead of DRL Mike. We could have had that on the second last lap and last lap of this Grand Prix, where we've also got Izzy trying their best to keep up with them as well. That would have been amazing. But it's just, unfortunately, this is just a battle for second. It's really unfortunate, but it is only a battle for second here. Because DRL Mike is pushing like hell, as of Rick, as of Izzy. All of them are pushing for the best spots on the podium. But Saharis is almost 20 seconds ahead of DRL Mike, and just, yeah. You'd wish that this was the fight for the lead. Rick, at the moment, is technically a couple thousandths off the win of this race, or at least off P2, if Izzy gets a penalty. That would have been amazing, but yeah, it's really unfortunate that's not what we're getting in the moment. I mean, Izzy, if they do get a penalty in this last lap, then it'll be all down for what Rick can do. Barely a tenth within this P2 at the moment. Obviously, this is if Izzy gets a penalty, but at the moment, no, does not look it at the moment. I mean, looks like she is completely fine, but no. We're just going to look at Cyrus now coming around the final corner, and he's going to take the win. Probably, I'm going to say, by about 25 seconds. Really good job from them, but yeah, it gets to that point where it's a bit like, oh, please stop winning. But no, DRL Mike will come around for P2, but it will be P4 on the road, I'm pretty sure, as long as there's no mistakes from the guys behind. DRL Mike comes home in P2. Rick will come home in P3, as Izzy will jump both of them. Yep, there we go. Izzy goes up to P2, Rick is P3, only by 8 tenths, so Rick just misses out on that front row or the podium, I guess. Hazard comes home in P5. MXS Rosser very far back from him in P6. He had one be in P7, as Los Alamos does not have the gap there to go back into that P7. Sam Kim's goes into P9. Epic Motoring Club will finish ahead of Happy Saruni, as Happy Saruni is P11. Govy Govan is P12. Your boy Alfie, disconnected, so they're in P13. But no, Los Alamos and Sam Kim's been the last two to cross the line. Los Alamos giving us, I don't know, have they DNF before the line? I don't know if they DNF before the line or not. I think they're okay, but there we go. That is it. And yeah, Deer and Mike ran out of fuel by the end of the race. That is where all the rest of the pace went for Deer Mike. He probably could have got a P3 if that was the case, maybe even P2, depending on how much I could have done. But no, there we go. Sahara is, I don't even know what that celebration is, but it's starting to levitate, so probably means you're on another level, I guess. And I guess that makes the most sense. So there we go. That is Ferrari's into the lead of the championship. Ferrari picking up a load of points there, moves ahead of Alpine as well. But yeah, it's still like a pretty decent race with some good battles, but it's just that could have been a really great fight for the win there. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you know, kind of respect how much they're doing. Suarez wins by 23 seconds and a fast up to boot and a pole position as well. Izzy picks up P2 despite a couple of disconnects, so I think in my eyes this will be the driver of the day, Izzy. I mean, after being disconnected twice, I think that they have done a really good solid effort there to still be within that amount of gaps to Suarez. Maybe not the win, of course, but definitely good enough for P2. Rick as well and DRL Mike, both the reserves here, will pick up P3 and P4 in the Mercedes. Hazard in P5, still keeping quite consistent. MXS are also in P6. He had one P7 on the return back here. Cameron Kim's the first, another reserve, sorry, in P8. Los Alamos P9. Epic's Motoring Club in P10, running out the top 10. Happy Rooney and Govy Govan doing the same as what they did in qualifying, around that 6th row. And your boy Alfie, the final reserve, 2 laps down in P13. And there we are. So there we go. That is France for you, everybody. I mean, I would say I hope you enjoyed, but once again, I just, yeah, kind of running out here. And it's quite unfortunate, but there we go. I don't really have anything else to say now, so, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'm actually going to have a quick look here. What is the next race? The next race is going to be at Spa, so hopefully that is a banger. Spa has always been a banger, so I'm going to pray that is, yeah, pray that's good. Thank you all the reserves as well, just like what the ad one has said. Thank you all of you for racing. You didn't have to, but thank you. And yeah, great job, everybody, for watching this stream and going through it with me. Then yeah, there we go. We'll see you next week for Spa. Goodbye, everybody.